Hello everyone, it's a gorgeous day for a wedding. Just some quick housekeeping before the bridal party arrives. The toilets are located behind us to the right. Jim and Toula have arranged for the reception to take place at the cafe just to our right, so please join them there after the ceremony to continue the celebrations. Thank you, Toula, for walking through. Welcome everyone to the wedding of James Peters and Toula Christakos. Kalos erata. I apologise, but that is the extent of my Greek. My name is Tracy and I'm the authorised marriage celebrant. It is my absolute privilege to be marrying Jim and Toula here today. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians on this land on which we gather today, and I pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. To ensure Toula doesn't miss any of the ceremony, Jim's sister Nikki will be acting as the interpreter for today. Thank you, Nikki. It is an honour to stand in front of you all today and share the love story of Jim and Toula. The road to love can be winding, with highs, lows and detours along the way. But thankfully, love is patient, and Jim and Toula's story is a testament to this. Jim and Toula's story started in Greece in the mid-70s. They were high school sweethearts, but lost contact when Jim and his family migrated to Australia. Thankfully, their story didn't end there. Jim and Toula's lives continued separately. They each fell in love with other people, got married, and each had 2 children who are all present here today. It was thanks to social media that Jim and Toula were able to reconnect all these decades later. 3 years ago, Toula popped up on Jim's Facebook. A friend request was sent and a long dormant spark was reignited. Jim and Toula began messaging, which soon turned into long phone calls, catching up on the decades that had passed and reconnecting with each other. Jim was divorced more than 4 decades from the first. Jim was divorced and Toula's husband was tragically killed in 2007. The second courtship commenced more than 4 decades from the first, but the connection that first drew them together was still clearly evident. Jim returned to Greece to reconnect in person at the end of 2019. Toula was waiting for him at the airport and they spent a magical 3 weeks together. Their time together in person cemented their love and they were eager to spend more time together, taking it in turns to visit one another in Australia and Greece. After 2 years of a long-distance relationship, Jim and Toula couldn't be any more in love and are ready to celebrate their union in love. I'd like to invite Toula's daughter Eleni to come up and share a reading with us. Love is a Temporary Madness from the Captain Corelli's Mandolin. Thank you, Eleni. I'm now going to read the monotum. Nikki, I'm going to read it. If you could then interpret it for Toula, please. I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage, in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship in which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of 2 people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life.
I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are married in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship in which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of 2 people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life.
Thank you, Nikki. I'm now going to do your legal vows. Nikki, I'm going to start with Jim, but if you could repeat them for Toula as I go, thank you. Jim, please repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present.
I call upon the persons here present.
I call upon the persons here present.
To witness that I.
To witness that I.
To witness that I.
James Stephen Peters.
James Stephen Peters.
James Stephen Peters.
Take thee for Toula Christakos.
Take thee for Toula Christakos.
Take thee for Toula Christakos.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
Thank you. I now would like Toula to do her vows. So, I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present.
I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
Toula Christakos,
to witness that I,
Sorry.
Toula Christakos,
that I, Toula Christakos,
that I, Toula Christakos,
that I, Toula Christakos,
that I, Toula Christakos,
take thee, James Stephen Peters,
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 to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
Thank you. Oh, we did it. Well done. Jim and Toula have written their own vows. Thank you. Thank you. They were very touching words. Okay. Now, if we can do the ring exchange, please. Who has the rings?
One.
All right. Jim, would you like to place the ring on Toula's finger? And if we could give Toula, would like to place the ring on Jim's finger.
Place the ring on Jim's finger, and he's going to do the same with you.
All right. It is said that the meridian line from the fourth finger on the left hand runs all the way to our hearts. That is why we place rings on this finger, to symbolise our love and commitment to our partner. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present Mr. and Mrs. Peters. You may seal this with a kiss. Friends and family, please enjoy the music. I'd like to invite the bride, groom, Nikki, and our witness over to the signing table. Okay, Nikki, if you could just explain to Toula as we do this. I'm actually going to start with James and get Jim to sign everything first.
So do I sign?
Jim, can you sign here for me? And here for me. Nikki, can you now please show Toula where I would like her to sign? If Toula can sign here, please. And just thank you. If I can now have the witness, John. Hi, John. John, could you sign for me, please? Sure. Yeah, we're signing 3 spots, John. If you can sign here as well. And I'm going to have you sign under Jim. over
Right, just here?
Yes, please. Nikki, thank you very much. Nikki, as the other witness, could you please sign for me? I'm going to actually get you to sign here under the Toula's, and same on this one, and on this one. Thank you. If you could just stay there, Nikki. We have our official certificate of marriage signed twice, and we also have a commemorative certificate for the couple. Nikki, as an interpreter, and now that you've done all your interpreting, I would also need you to sign the certificate of faithful performance by an interpreter. I have the form. Nikki, could you please sign over here for me? And I will witness that. And I'm also going to witness for and I don't have them upside down. Thank you. That's the formalities. If you can say to Toula, they're officially married. All right. If you'd like to come back, and I will introduce you. Thank you, everyone. I would now like to invite Olivia, Nicholas, Elaine, Nikos, and all your children to come up, please. Sometimes in life, two becomes one. We sometimes forget that this means our families become one also. Jim and Toula would like to acknowledge the weaving of these two families by doing a family unity painting ritual. Before the ceremony, a heart was taped up on this frame. Each member of the family will now squirt paint onto the frame in the colour of their choice. Once the paint dries, the tape will be removed and the painting will hang in Jim and Toula's home, showing their unified family portrait. Thank you, family. Just going to look beautiful when that dries. So just a reminder that the reception will be held at the Garden Cafe, which has been booked out for this private function. Please make your way there and enjoy these beautiful gardens as you wander there while family photos are being taken. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Jim and Toula. It has been a pleasure to marry you here today. May your future together be an abundance of joyous moments to last a lifetime. Friends and family, please stand. I'd like to introduce you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Peters. And they walk out and absorb a degree. Done.